Hey, it's Pokejohn here, bringing you a For Honor Beginner's Guide to the Warden class. Today we're going to be talking about the very basics of how to play the game. And first, the most important thing we need to do is go into the Warden's move set and move list and actually become familiar with what the character does. If you don't understand what your character does and what buttons you can press to make things happen, it's going to be a long battle to get victories, and ultimately this is the first step to understanding and enjoying the game. Now we're going to jump right into a live duel with another human player and kind of just go over the fact that in For Honor, you can really win with the basic understanding of the game mechanics without really focusing too much on specific hero tactics. Now right there, right away, first match, first round, I get pushed and knocked off the edge. If you're a beginner and if you're an expert, sometimes this is going to happen. If you have excellent reflexes, you are able to stop the guard break, but that's just one of the mechanics that you're trying to learn here. Now, immediately, this game comes down to a couple of aspects. The first is that every character plays differently, but we all have to live by the rules of the reaction test. The reaction test is every time you see a red on the screen, that's an attack is coming from that direction. And if you see a red shield, that means your guard is being broken. If you're not actively hitting any buttons and you see that happen, if you have perfect reactions, you should be able to defend and block basically anything your opponent comes at you with. But when playing a real game, you're obviously going to be swinging and moving around, and things start to get hectic, and that's where defenses, being human really steps in, and where the skill gap starts to expand. So in the game, you're focusing on making sure you're blocking as much as possible, you're preventing yourself from getting guard broken, but still ultimately locking onto your opponent, getting some swings in, and just trying to win the match here. So as you see right there, he was able to block multiple of my strikes all in a row. Then I was able to get a couple blocks off of him. He saw that, he reacted with a guard break. I wasn't fast enough with the reaction, so he got me on the ground with a throw, which is something that the Raider's really good at. But as a Warden, you really make your bread and butter with that quick strike. The R1, if you're playing on PS4, is basically his fast attack, quick attack, and that is one of the best in the game. He can really use that to stuff opponents' slower attacks, the opponents side dashing side to side, and you just let that out there. You're going to connect pretty often if they're actually moving or doing something. But of course, if they're sitting there waiting for you, they can easily still react and block on time. So right at the end of that match, you saw the Raider was kind of moving back and forth a lot and doing these slow, heavy attacks. So I was able to get a lot of quick strikes in there and get that win. And of course, when you're just starting off the game, the computer knows that, and it's going to partner you up with someone who's pretty much the same level as you. So if you just have a basic understanding of what the game's mechanics are and how to use them, you're already going to be off on a better start. So as you see, the Raiders hitting me from the left several times, was able to block the last hit, and that's okay. Sometimes you're not going to block all the hits, but just know that maybe there's another hit coming, and get ready to block the second one, or even the third one. If you can block any of the hits, that's less damage you're taking, and that's a good start. For Honor is a game that does take time to understand and learn, and as you play more matches, you'll slowly start adding more and more attacks and more strategies to your repertoire. For now, just go ahead and get out there, try to get some light attacks in, try to work on your blocking and reactions, and you'll be able to get some wins with just that. Make sure to subscribe and stick around for some more advanced guides and footage to come.